And we are underway in Twickenham. This one will not be run out of the end zone. The touchback will start the Vikings at the 25-yard line, and that will bring Case Keenum. Latavius Murray, the lone back behind Keenum on first down from the 25. Murray. On 2nd and 8, Keenum throwing and gets rid of it in a hurry and out across the 30. 3rd and short yardage. Keenum will throw for it. Over the middle. Hits his man across the 35 to the 37 or 38-yard line at Stephon Diggs. And this is Murray. And Murray going to lose yardage on the play. He is wrapped up about a yard back of the line of scrimmage. Keenum running out of time. Throws over the middle, and that's complete to tight end Kyle Rudolph. Keenum had it tipped at the line, popped in the air, and intercepted by the Browns. 45 inside the 40 is middle linebacker Joe Schobert.
You're not going to make the sack. If you're not going to get the hit on the quarterback, you just want to get your hand up. And that time Carl Nassib is able to realize he's not going to get the sack, so try and time it out.
Sean Kaiser, little short screen, the near side, inside the 30, and out of bounds short of the 25-yard line is David Njoku, the tight end. Well, hasn't found the consistency that he needs.
Well, he's only completing 52% of his passes, but if you're against a team like Minnesota that likes to rush the passer, a screen is a good first
To
call.
the 10, to the 5, to the touchdown is Isaiah Crowell.
See the quick draw. It's a read by Kaiser as he sees the defense get upfield with Barr collapse into that side. That leaves the middle open for Crowell and able to get it in for 6.
Zane Gonzalez hit the upright. Cleveland Browns team not used to playing with the lead. It's their first lead since week 5 against the New York Jets. Sherrills is deep. And will not run this one back either. So Keenum once again starting from the 25, and once again Murray alongside in the backfield. Murray. Maybe a yard, and that stout Cleveland defense stands up again. On 2nd and 9. Murray. And Murray going to be brought up short at about the 30-yard line. That'll make it a 3rd and 5. Keenum looking left, throwing, and that's complete, and this is Diggs. And Diggs has a first down across the 35 to the 39. Keenum with time, down the far sideline and overthrowing everybody out of bounds. Intended for Laquan Treadwell, who's double covered.
American football.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum throwing this side, and this one is complete. Michael Floyd. Keenum going the other way and overthrew his receiver. It's deep for the upcoming punt from Ryan Quigley. High and somewhat short. Fair catch called for, and diving catch, and he muffed it. On the ground, and Minnesota says they have it. The tussle goes on. Penalty markers fly. Here's Jeff.
After the play is over, recovery by Minnesota. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, pulling players off the pile. Number 50 of Minnesota. That 15-yard penalty being enforced at the end of the play. First down.
So the penalty is on Eric Wilson.
Well, you can understand by the crowds they've had at the 4 games this season.
Keenum running out of time, trying to escape, cannot. Brought down inside the 40-yard line by Carl Nassib. Let's go. Keenum giving to McKinnon. McKinnon trying to break it outside, and this defense of Cleveland has been a swarming defense in the early minutes of this game. Keenum inside the 25-yard line, diving catch made by Adam Thielen, enough for a first down. Pitch for Murray. Murray brought down at about the 21-yard line. Joe Schobert, the middle linebacker. On 2nd and 8, that's Kyle Rudolph in motion to the other side. Keenum with good protection. Complete inside 20 to about the 17-yard line, and that's Diggs. Minnesota now in the red zone against the worst red zone defense in the NFL. That's the Browns, and on the quick slant, incomplete from 35 yards. And on its way, and perfect. And we have 5:27 to play in the first. Cleveland has possessed the ball for 29 seconds.
Ball is about points off of turnovers right now, 6-3.
And Days will let this one roll through the end zone for the touchback. Kaiser to the near side. And across the 30 is Duke Johnson, the leading receiver for these Cleveland Browns.
The offensive line spread out wide.
Quick pass to the near side, and that is complete. Ricardo Lewis. And Lewis' forward progress will be marked at about the 37. Kaiser taking a look at the defense with Crowell alongside. And Kaiser for Crowell out of the backfield. Trying to slip a tackle and can't at the 35-yard line. Harrison Smith.
Those have either been screens, quick flats to the outside, or the wide receiver screens in the bubble.
This is Johnson, and Johnson straight ahead across the 40. Kaiser deep down the near sideline and overthrew his man. This one floated to the far side of the field, and Stacy Coley and Minnesota from their own 16-yard line. Keenum rolling, throwing, complete to the near side, and across the 20 and diving forward is Kyle Rudolph, the tight end. Across the 25 and very close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it. For 12 yards, he is still in there on 3rd down. He gets the handoff. He gets the first down.
Latavius Murray winds back to the left.
They'll give it to Diggs. Diggs going to the far side of the field and is out of bounds short of a first down. Keenum on the move, looking, and throws it away, and we get a penalty marker behind him.
Holding, number 69, offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
With a half minute to play in the first. Keenum setting up the screen, had it tipped and knocked down by Agba. Keenum out to the far side. McKinnon could not hold on. Had trouble holding on the last time. And another fair catch call for him. This one he does hold on to at the 36. Tolly in the backfield along with Sean Kaiser, who is going to give to Crowell. And Crowell for a couple to about the 39, Harrison Smith. Crowell in the backfield. Deshaun Kaiser with the completion. And across midfield is Bryce Treggs. On first down, to the near side, Crowell, and bounced out of bounds, standing next to me on the sideline. This is Duke Johnson, and Johnson inside the 45 to the 44. Looking, the slant is broken up. We have a penalty marker on the far side of the field, intended for Ricardo Lewis.
Illegal formation, offense, not an eligible player on the end of the line. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is 4th down.
Line up. When they say that guy in the line of scrimmage, you have to have the tackle covered up by a receiver or a tight end on the outside.
Sherrills, fair catch at the 10-yard line. From the 10-yard line. Great drop for Keenan, throws to the near side, and is caught at the 20-yard line by Stephon Diggs. This is McKinnon, and McKinnon with a hole up the middle across the 25. 2nd and 3. The fake to McKinnon this time. Penalty marker thrown. The pass over the middle and wide open. It's caught by Thielen. Thielen, 40. Out of bounds just inside the 35-yard line. Let's check the flag.
Personal foul. Chop block. number 71 and 63 in the offense. 15-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Riley Reef and the rookie Danny Isadora combining on the violation. Now 2nd and 16. Short pass, McKinnon. And McKinnon tripped up at the 15 forward to about the 19-yard line. Jamar Taylor
In front of them and put the Vikings in 3rd and long like we have here.
3rd and 11. Keenum. Under pressure, escapes, throws, wide open on the far side of the field is Thielen. And Thielen has a first down at the 40-yard line. Back to the ground game in McKinnon, the 4th-year running back. On 2nd and 8, Keenum. Deep drop this time. This side of the field and incomplete. Pass intended for Treadwell. So Keenum needs to get this ball past midfield for a first down. Throwing. Incomplete, penalty marker flies. Diggs, the intended receiver.
That's about the 3rd or 4th time they've been working that stop.
Interference, defense number 31. The ball will be placed on the foul. First down.
That's got to do a stutter move at the first down mark and try and get by him on a double move.
This is Murray. And Murray spun down. The pitch. McKinnon. Putting up a little bit of a head of speed, and Cleveland with a safety deep in the middle of the field. Keenan throwing this side of the field. It is caught and dropped at the 25-yard line. In and out of the hands. Quickly putting it up. They will let it bounce at the 5, and it takes a Cleveland bounce before the Browns from their own 9. Crowell. Not much on the left side of the line.
Haven't really challenged him in terms of having to maintain a block for a long time.
There's another quick throw. This is Duke Johnson out of the backfield and not really going much further than the 13-yard line. 3rd and 6. Kaiser, quick slant.
Stuck with punt.
Sherrills and Coley are deep. Fair catch called for and made by Stacy Coley. Keenum throwing out to the far side, and that is, let's see, is that a forward pass picked up by the Browns but ruled incomplete? McKinnon finding running room, breaking to the outside and almost to midfield.
I think the Vikings are going to run the ball here on 3rd and short.
But they'll throw it. Keenum on the move, throwing outside, caught by David Morgan, the tight end. 15-yard pickup and first down for Minnesota now at the 37. McKinnon breaks it outside, cuts behind a blocker, and picks up about 5 on the play. Deep safeties for the Browns. Keenum wide open underneath is McKinnon. McKinnon inside the 25, from about the 23, and a first down. This is McKinnon. And McKinnon off right guard. Keenum looking, throwing, in the back of the end zone, touchdown! Thielen! His first of the season.
Thielen will be over on the side. He's just going to go and sit in the back of the end zone, but keep your eye on the safety. When Keenum keeps looking to his left, the corner thinks he has safety help on the backside, but because of the eyes, you see them complaining to each other. Campbell was the safety that got drawn by the eyes, and Jamar Taylor.
Forbath.
Well, you got to give credit to the protection of the Vikings allowing that to happen. Keenum took 2 hits. He's looking to his left before getting back to the field.
This is Matthew Days fielding it at his own 1-yard line and bringing it back short of the 20-yard line. Kaiser throwing incomplete at the 20-yard line, intended for Duke Johnson. 6, Minnesota. Kaiser to the near side. This is Duke Johnson, and Johnson Going to be marked down just outside the 15-yard line. 12 for Kaiser and the Browns. Going to go deep down the far sideline. It is caught by Ricardo Lewis.
Anthony Harris comes down to guard the back out of backfield, or the tight end out of the backfield. When you go to middle of the field close, that goes man-to-man across the board. 3rd and long. It was one-on-ones, and Kaiser connected.
Luke Johnson.
Much time for Minnesota. I think you continue to try and push it, work the middle of the field if you have the chance.
Kaiser shuffles it ahead to Crowell. Penalty marker is down as Crowell inside the 10, close to the 5.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, number 41, the defense. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is first down.
The penalty was on Anthony Harris, and they turned it down, so 38 yards on the pickup, and it's 1st and goal. Crowell pushing his way to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Crowell looking for the end zone. Did he get there? He did not.
Ultimately thinking they could go for it on 4th if they need to.
Going to keep it to the end zone for the touchdown. This one is good. 40 seconds to play in the first half, and Deshaun Kaiser, one happy camper.
Just running it right in the middle of the field. Tom Johnson getting a hold of him, trying to keep him out of there. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them here with Minnesota getting the ball.
2 yards deep in the end zone. It is Sherrills. Sherrills, he leads the tackler just outside the 20. One deep safety beyond the 40-yard line.
Look at that, 8 guys at the line of scrimmage.
Keenum rolling left, going to flip it out here now and complete to McKinnon, and McKinnon down the sideline. That was a 20-yard pickup. Keenum had to get rid of it in a hurry, and complete.
Jordan's been sitting on those comeback routes.
Keenum throwing far side of the field, and wide open is McKinnon. McKinnon inside the 45, down at about the 42. Forbath has a long of 53 so far this season. Far side of the field, that is Rudolph with the catch and out of bounds, stopping the clock with 8 seconds to play. 5-man rush. Keenum throwing this side of the field, caught inside the 20-yard line and out of bounds. Forbath from 34. And the kick is good.
And then Latavius Murray started off the game as the running back, and they sprinkled in some Jerick McKinnon, and he started being a much more elusive runner and making the Cleveland defense miss.
This is Matthew Days on the kickoff return, out to the 20 and down at about the 22-yard line. Thank you very much. Isaiah Crowell on the backfield as Cleveland. Here's to Crowell. Lost the football. Covered by the Vikings. Anthony Harris.
To start this half off, and that's been a problem for the Browns all season long. -11 in turnover ratio coming into today. Crowell just getting that ball ripped out.
Yellow!
McKinnon. Keenum, quick pass, that's complete, and that is Kyle Rudolph.
Emulate his game in that same manner.
3rd and 5, Keenum throwing, incomplete.
Browns got a hand on the ball. Agba got a hand on the extra point earlier in the first half, so they do have a block in this game.
Kick on its way, line drive, and it is good. Matthew Days is deep for the Browns. And he will get a chance to return this one from 3 yards deep. Days to the 20. Breaking free to the outside. Days cutting it back inside the 35 to about the 32. Ben Gideon finally tracking him down. Turner for the Cleveland Browns. He's inactive today. Crowell inside the 20.
Catches the defense off guard and gets to the outside.
Crowell again. And Crowell maybe a yard.
Opportunity for me going up against one of the best.
Kaiser rolling right, got rid of it, and on the sideline dropped. Pump fake, throwing, incomplete. As Cleveland looks for the lead once again. On its way, and missed it. Keenum, the pitch to McKinnon. And McKinnon gonna lose yardage. Loss of 6, 2nd and 16. Keenum for McKinnon. McKinnon with blocking. Out across the 30 to about the 31.
Getting a 3 and out here would be vital for them.
On the quick slant, batted down from behind.
Getting back into a little bit of rhythm that they had going that last series.
Quigley's kick, fielded by Treggs at the 28. Looking for room on the sideline, is bumped out just as he crosses the 40-yard line. 10.5 to play, third quarter. Kaiser on the move, fakes the throw, runs the football, and slides down at the 45-yard line. 76.5 a game. Cleveland's up to 84. Kaiser flipping it out to Duke Johnson. Johnson escapes one tackle, gets hit by another, and penalty flags come in.
Personal foul, face mask, number 93, defense. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play, first down.
Crowell in the backfield from the 38. Quick pass to the near side, and that is complete and out of bounds at about the 35 as Sammy Coates down to Jamie. With us, fully aware of the mistakes that he's made and how he has to go about correcting them. Kaiser under pressure, rolling. Quarterback draw up the middle, looking for first down yardage, and he's got it close to the 25-yard line.
So I think it was something that DeShone Kaiser recognized and took off and realized nobody was assigned to the quarterback.
To the line without a huddle, and this is Duke Johnson. And Johnson,
the tackle, he's one of the best safeties in the NFL and not able to come up with the tackle. 2nd and 3, and this is Duke Johnson bouncing out of the middle to bounce and fight outside and pick up the first down.
Cleveland now up to 106 on the rushing chart, and Kaiser, as penalty markers fly.
Use to hands to the face, number 29 on the defense. That 5-yard penalty we added the end of the play, first down.
Cornerback Xavier Rhodes
moved to the outside.
First and goal from the 6. This is Crowell for about a yard. Kaiser got rid of it, throwing. It is bounced to the air and almost intercepted, incomplete at the 5. And goal. Kaiser lobs it, traffic jam in the end zone. They want a penalty marker, not one is forthcoming. That's Seth Duvall, the tight end.
It was a built-in rub play.
Gonzalez from 23 yards out.
But you have no pads, and the collisions in that are just as severe.
You're the pad.
That's right.
This will not be returned by Marcus Sherrills.
Right 20! Right touch!
Keenum throwing, Latavius Murray out of the backfield. Fake to him and then through to him. And
standpoint. Middle of the field closed, middle of the field open. 2 deep, 1 deep. Pressures with blitz and man.
This is Murray. And Murray with a first down.
Safety dropping back. He's already, look how deep he is back here.
That's Ibrahim Campbell. And the give is to Murray.
Here we go. Right 20! Right touch!
And Keenum to throw on 2nd and 9. Throwing and open on the far side of the field is Thielen.
The pressure Keenum was under, he had to anticipate where to put that ball.
Here's Murray. So let me go back to that play. Jerick McKinnon in the backfield. 2nd and 9. Keenum to throw. McKinnon inside the 25 to the 20.
patient with those underneath throws.
McKinnon has caught 6 passes for 71 yards today. McKinnon out of bounds at the 15. And on 2nd and 4, Keenum rolling and looking and throwing to the end zone and overthrows everybody. And penalty markers fly.
Get the pass interference call.
Defense, number 20. That foul occurred in the end zone. Therefore, the ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal.
Thielen's in the slot. He's just going to work up the field. And watch as he turns the outside. He gets a little chuck there. And
here is Jerick McKinnon, practically untouched to the end zone for the touchdown.
McKinnon come in motion, and you just time it out. Keenum actually gets tripped as he goes.
And completely untouched to the end zone.
Here you've got 2 defenders on 1 receiver. So look for something to go with this group on this side, working this side of the field.
This is McKinnon, and McKinnon makes it to the end zone.
Now it's a 7-point game, but Cleveland missed the field goal, missed an extra point. Could be a 3-point game. Still 1 possession.
Days will not return this one. We'll start at the 25-yard line.
Oh, boy. How about that?
DeShone Kizer with time has a man open this side of the field and in and out of the hands of David Njoku. Crowell running hard and across the 30 to about the 31, brought down by Anthony Barr. Under a half minute to play here in the 3rd. Kizer throwing outside, and it is caught by Seth DeVal, but that is going to be about 4 yards short of a 1st down. Is deep for Minnesota at his own 20. Sherrill's fair catch called for and made. On 1st down, this is Murray, and Murray to the right side. You know we've lost Jamie for the rest of the day.
Yes, that's where it should be the rest of the time.
Keenum holding, throwing, and that is complete to David Morgan, and boy, 27 now. And this is Murray, and Murray for a couple right up the middle.
I was managing DeShone Kizer, not trying to get the turnovers today. So there's a fine balance that you have to do there.
Pass to the far side of the field, incomplete and broken up very well. Intended for Thielen, broken up by Jamar Taylor. Back at midfield. They're coming after Keenum. Keenum barely got in the way over the middle. It is complete to Thielen for a 1st down. We have a penalty marker down.
Personal foul. Number 51 of the defense. Roughing the passer. Driving him into the ground with full body weight. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
But Keenum's still in the lineup. And a 1st down. To throw. Gonna go for it all. Down the far side of the field. Penalty marker is thrown on the interference. Stephon Diggs, the intended receiver, covered by Taylor.
After the Baltimore game.
Defense, number 21. Ball will be placed in the spot of the foul. 1st down.
47-yard pickup on the play, and this is Murray. Murray to about the 12. 2nd and 10. Keenum. That pass complete. And Kyle Rudolph. Keenum looks right, now scrambling, and threw it away. And we get another penalty marker in the end zone.
Right to the pass. Holding, number 20 of the defense. To half the distance of the goal, automatic 1st down.
That's Brian Body Calhoun guilty of the hold. 1st and goal. Murray in the backfield along with Keenum. Murray. Keenum. Lots and lots of time. End zone. Leaping grab by Kyle Rudolph. Touchdown.
Rudolph is on the back side, so to Keenum's left, our right in this picture, and he's just working the back line. The route is supposed to go to the front side where the bunch formation was. There's a combination route to the front side where Keenum is looking, and as he has time in the pocket, he works his way to that backside where Rudolph is working the back line.
For the extra point, and it is perfect.
Was gaining him down into the red zone or close to the red zone, then the second one being called in the end zone to give him first and goal.
And we'll get a touchback and out to the 25-yard line.
Proving a lot of people wrong.
Kaiser on first down, running out of time and going down.
Now all of a sudden you need 2 touchdowns with under 10 minutes to go. You have to hang on to it long.
2nd and 17, the pass far side of the field, broken up.
Drive and go down the field, there's just not enough time to come from behind, so you do have to hang on to it.
Kaiser setting up the little screen for Duke Johnson, and Johnson Sherrills has a chance to run this one back from his own 22-yard line. And brought down at about the 27. Nice open field tackle.
At that point in time, they had a chance, Cleveland did, to get some separation in the scoring.
Here's Latavius Murray with running room on the left side. I would expect the Vikings will begin working on taking some time off of the clock.
Well, and if you're Greg Williams, you have to decide, you all of a sudden start taking more risk and blitzing more players. That time they do. They come off the edge, they get the tackle for loss.
Keenum throwing down the near sideline. It is incomplete.
Well, and there's the 3 and out that the Browns defense needed to try and get this ball back for their offense as around 7 minutes left in the game.
Bryce Tregg, fair catch called for and made at his own 31-yard line.
Putting together a heck of a game plan today. So far the Browns only 223 yards of offense.
Kaiser incomplete at the 35-yard line, intended for Crowell.
Out trying to do this game was to try and get the ball out of his hands quickly, not let him hang on to it, not force the throws.
Cleveland with just 2 total yards this quarter. That pass is incomplete, near midfield, intended for the tight end Seth DeVal.
Trying to find that unconventional scoring opportunity. So whether it comes in special teams or on defense, not quite the time to do it.
Sherrills inside his own 15. Makes the first couple of tacklers miss, and he makes it out to about the 24-yard line.
Like 20! Like that!
McKinnon with running room. And out for another first down at about the 34-yard line.
Jackson! Like 20! Like that!
This is McKinnon.
5 minutes to go. It just takes its mental toll after a while.
On 2nd and 4, Keenan under the gun and got hit just as he released it.
They came out, had a great game plan, tried to get the ball, not hang on to Kaiser, and now all of a sudden it's just falling apart here at the end.
That pass down the sideline, and is going to be ruled a catch at the 41-yard line. Stephon Diggs. And we got a timeout call, and a challenge call comes from Hugh Jackson.
The only thing they could say is maybe he didn't have full control. There was a bobble of the ball, so maybe when the ball was secured, it was after that other foot came off the ground. So let's see, there's a bobble, he secures it. Oh, the knee comes down.
After review, the ruling on the field is changed. The receiver did not have possession of the ball when he was inbounds. He did when he was out of bounds. It is an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th and 4 at the 40-yard line.
But I think you have to at this point in time.
High. And fair catch called for late. 3 and out. 4 times today overall. And here is Kaiser. Kaiser trying to escape trouble.
Right into the pass rush of the Minnesota Vikings.
2 sacks of Kaiser today. This is a quick pass to the near side of the field. And Sammy Coates breaking free and out across the 25.
But I think with 3rd and 1, if you don't get it here, you still have to go for it on 4th down.
Flip over the middle, he's got that with Crowell, and Crowell falling forward to the 33.
1 safety in the middle of the field. Now they've dropped him deeper into coverage.
Kaiser Coming across the middle of the field is Crowell again, and Crowell.
And just when I say that, Harrison Smith drops down into the box. They go middle to close. So.
Got rid of it, incomplete, right over the middle. Crowell, the intended receiver. Kaiser, sideline pass, and that is too low. Just under 3 minutes to play. Kaiser throwing. Penalty marker is down.
Pass interference offense, number 85. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is 4th down.
This down at linebacker depth, so you have man-to-man with safety help over the top. They're going to blitz and not give him time.
And here they come, and there he goes down at the 31-yard line. Everson Griffin. 2:51. You know, Hugh Jackson.
Anytime you can get that type of atmosphere in your locker room, it carries over onto the football field.
McKinnon. This Minnesota Vikings team about to go to 6-2 here in the 4th. McKinnon, right side. And that's as good as it gets.
We made the point of how young of a football team this is, and you've got to find ways to win football games. They had the lead in the 3rd quarter. They had one.
Kaiser, short pass over the middle, and that's Njoku. Njoku to the near side of the field and brought down at the 33.
Away.
On the quick slant, that is complete. And that is Rashard Higgins.
The game, this is still such a young football team and a young quarterback. You want to get as many reps in as you can, and you can see they're all pretty conservative plays here to not try and get anybody hurt.
That's Matthew Days inside the 40 to the 38. And we have Everson Griffin way back here, as offside as you can be, at the 35-yard line. And the clock is going to run down on this International Series finale here in Twickenham.